These are the Apple AirPods Max, Apple's most premium headphones, and they first released in December of 2020. I've had my AirPod Max headphones for a while now and I absolutely love them. However, it looks like in December we're going to be getting the next generation of the AirPods Max, possibly the AirPods Max 2s. But that's still a long way off. So in today's video, I'm going to answer the question that I'm sure a lot of people who are looking to buy these headphones are wondering, are these headphones still worth it in 2024 with the next generation possibly coming out at the end of the year? But first, I want to give a huge thank you to the sponsor of today's video, essentially the Apple of toothbrushes, the Life & Wave. Not only is the unboxing experience of the Life & Wave toothbrush very Apple-esque and absolutely Apple-inspired, the toothbrush itself is also incredibly high quality. I mean, shoot, even the way that you charge this thing is very Apple-esque. It's basically MagSafe, and it's awesome. But not only is the Life & Wave's packaging very premium, so is the toothbrush itself, and it does a great job of keeping your teeth clean. It ultrasonically vibrates at up to 66,000 vibrations per minute. Not only that, but the head of the toothbrush also oscillates up to 60 degrees, which I gotta be honest, I've never seen a toothbrush do that. That's so cool. It makes brushing your teeth so much easier because you don't have to move your hand up and down as much because it does a lot of the work for you. When you order your toothbrush in the package, you get 3 heads, and all of the heads feature very soft and tapered bristles, which make them very easy on your gums, but they still do a great job of keeping your teeth clean. Personally, my favorite part of the toothbrush is a part that you probably wouldn't expect, and that's the part between the body and the head of the toothbrush. The reason I like this area so much is because it's designed this way, like very thick to very thin, it doesn't store up all that sort of nasty goop that you get on other electronic toothbrushes. I've used this toothbrush for a while, and I've never had any issues where I had to like clean out that area between the head and the body like I do on other toothbrush brands. It kind of just keeps itself clean, which is awesome. Obviously, the toothbrush is waterproof, so you don't have to worry about washing it off in the sink, and the button is touch sensitive. Plus, if you want to customize the way that you brush, you can download the Life & iPhone app, and it allows you to change settings on your toothbrush. And even though the Life & Wave is an incredibly premium toothbrush, it comes in at a great price of $69 for the ABS plastic version. And if you want to go even more premium, they also have an aluminum version and a stainless steel version, which looks absolutely amazing. And when you need to replace your toothbrush heads, you can do that for $9.99 for a 3-pack or $16.99 for a 6-pack. So make sure to check out the Life & Wave toothbrush for yourself by clicking the link in the top of the description below, and huge thank you to Life & for sponsoring today's video. There are a lot of really great things about the AirPods Maxes. First of all, the design of these headphones is gorgeous. I mean, compare them to any other set of premium headphones on the market. These are kind of in a league of their own. The design is minimal, it's futuristic, it's very obviously Apple. When you see someone wearing these, you know that they're Apple AirPods. And over the last almost 3 years, this design has become iconic. I mean, even watching the NFL, football players are warming up in these headphones. Not only is the design good looking, it's also incredibly premium feeling. I mean, first off, the ear cups, they're made of metal. They feel really great in the hands. They feel very sturdy. The finish that they used on them looks great. And when you're holding them in your hands before you're about to put them onto your head, they feel really expensive. And to be fair, they are. Connecting the ear cups to the headband, you've got this thin metal extendable arm which slides back and forth seamlessly. And then the headband itself is so simple and so clean looking. It's got this soft touch rubber finish on it that feels amazing not only in your hands but also on your head. And then instead of your standard padding that you have on every other set of headphones, they give you this really interesting mesh material which feels like you're wearing a pillow on your head, which I personally didn't expect from a thin piece of material like this, but it really does feel good on your head, and surprisingly, it's more durable than I thought. Oh, and of course I can't forget to mention the actual ear cushions that actually rest against your head. They magnetically attach to the headphones, they feel very soft against your face, and they're replaceable. So from a visual and tactile point of view, these look like incredibly expensive headphones. The retail price of the Apple AirPods Max is $549, which in many cases is at least $100 more expensive than the competition. In the case of the Sony MX-5s, their initial retail price was $399, which is $150 less than these. So right off the bat, the Apple AirPods Max are probably the most expensive set of headphones that you can buy in their category. But again, material-wise, they're kind of in a league of their own. They feel so much more premium than the XM5s or the Bose Quiet Comforts. Those headphones use a lot of plastic and a lot of materials that look premium from a distance, but when you actually hold them and feel them, they feel like expensive plastic. The Apple AirPods Max feel like expensive headphones. Now, I'll be honest, I love the Apple AirPods Max. They feel great in the hand. We'll talk about sound a little bit later on in the video. It's really solid. But for the full retail price of $550, that's a lot to pay for an almost 3-year-old pair of headphones. The good news is, though, a lot of retailers have put these headphones on sale. Not Apple, but other retailers. The price that I found most commonly was $479, which is about $70 off the original retail price, which yes, is still very expensive, and yes, still $80 more expensive than the Sony XM5s at their full retail price, but it does sort of soften the blow a little bit. Of course, if you do want to grab a pair of AirPods Maxes, I've made sure to link them through the YouTube shopping tab on your screen and also in the description below. You can also buy these headphones used and slightly used on places like eBay, and they are pretty durable, and I wouldn't feel bad spending $300 on these headphones whatsoever. But let's talk about some of the things that you get when you actually purchase the Apple AirPods Max brand new. Obviously, you get this beautiful Apple unboxing experience, which, let's be real, you can't really put a price tag on that. It's awesome. You can also experience it for cheaper with other cheaper Apple products. You get a Lightning to USB-C charging cable, which, yes, unfortunately, these headphones do charge with Lightning. And you also get the inexplicable smart case. Bralette. The smart case is one of my least favorite, if not my least favorite part of the Apple AirPods Max. It comes with every set of headphones and is the only case option that Apple gives you outside of the box. It does exactly the minimum when it comes to protecting your headphones. It protects the middle of both headphones, the back of both headphones, and that's it. It does have a magnetic flap, which is something, and it looks ridiculous. I mean, at this point, every joke has been made about this case. Now, I will say that owning these headphones for a while and pulling them in and out of my bag, they've actually held up surprisingly well, way better than I would have expected. In fact, the anodized finish on this metal hasn't really scratched whatsoever, at least that I've noticed. The top part up here hasn't really worn at all, and even though these headphones sort of clack together whenever you pull them out of the case, they haven't worn in that area whatsoever. So maybe the reason Apple gave us this case is because they knew these headphones were durable enough to survive in your backpack and you didn't really need a case, so they decided to save some money. But unfortunately, that's not the only problem with the smart case. The smart case is actually the only way to turn off the headphones. Unfortunately, there's no physical on or off button on the Apple AirPods Max. The only way to actually turn them off and not put them into sleep mode is to put them into the smart case, which can prove to be a problem if you lose the smart case. And I'll be honest, I kind of wish that I lost the smart case because it looks like this. The one thing that I don't mind about the smart case is that there's actually this little cutout right where the lightning port is, so you can charge your headphones when they're in the case. But that's the only plus, in my opinion. And alright, I guess the finish of the smart case is fine. It's this soft touch, black rubbery plastic material. It's very similar to what you have on the iPad smart case. But for $550 or even $479, I do wish that Apple would give you an actual full case. To be fair, Apple did just release the Apple Vision Pro, which costs $3,499. Check out the video linked at the top of the screen, and it did not come with a case. So I guess it's not completely out of character for them not to give you a full case. But let's get back into the headphones themselves. And before we actually get to the sound of the headphones, let's talk about some of the details on these headphones that I like and some parts that I don't like. So the two actually only input methods that you have on these headphones are the button on the right ear cup and the digital crown also on the right ear cup. The crown is used to raise and lower the volume and also play and pause songs, and the button is used to turn on and off noise cancel. And compared to some of the other headphones that I've used in the past, like the Sony XM3s and 4s and the Bose Quiet Comforts, I actually really like the simplicity of these headphones. The fact that there's really only basically 3 or 4 commands that you can do with these headphones makes it a lot easier to use. There's no swiping or any kind of weird touchpad stuff on the side of the headphones that I always accidentally touch if I'm laying in bed or reaching up to adjust my headphones. It's just these 2 buttons, and that's it. And for me, the only 2 things that I really want to do on the headphones themselves is raise and lower the volume, maybe play and pause, and of course, turn on and off noise canceling. I wasn't actually listening to anything. Who do you think I was?
I mean, yeah, I guess.
Cool. Good acting. Of course, you can use Siri on these headphones, so there are a lot of other controls that you can do through Siri, but these are the 2 main ones, and these are the ones that I found myself using consistently, and the only ones that I found myself needing. As I mentioned earlier, the only port on the headphones themselves is the lightning port on the bottom of the right ear cup. This is the way that you charge the headphones. There is no wireless charging. There's also no 3.5mm headphone jack, so if you want to plug these into anything, you have to buy the lightning to 3.5 adapter, which is like 35 bucks. It unfortunately does not come included. Now, because these are primarily wireless headphones, I didn't find myself really needing the 3.5mm headphone jack much. However, there were a few instances where I really would have liked it. The first time I really noticed that being a problem for me personally is when I wanted to record a song with my band and use these headphones as my monitor. I couldn't plug them into the Focusrite because there was no adapter, and instead I had to use a $29 pair of Philips headphones, which sucked. The second reason that you'd want a 3.5mm headphone jack is for better audio quality. When you actually plug these in with the adapter that you can buy, things do sound better. Obviously, because you don't have to transmit the signal across Bluetooth, you can just use a wired connection, which is better overall. But unfortunately, the only way to do either of those 2 things is to buy the adapter. The other problem is that Apple has really moved away from Lightning. A lot of their products now use USB-C, like my laptop, my phone, my iPad. The only product that I have that still uses Lightning is my old set of AirPod Pros. In fact, Apple has already released a new charging case and new AirPods Pros that feature the USB-C charging port. The AirPods Maxes are truly one of the only devices left that still use Lightning. And for me, someone who's heavily invested in the Apple ecosystem, that kind of sucks because I still have to keep a Lightning cable around. It's a separate charger on my nightstand. All my other devices use USB-C, so it's kind of a bummer, but it's really only a minor inconvenience. However, this is one of the things that's assumed to be updated on the upcoming Apple AirPods Max 2s. According to leaks and rumors, it looks like the new Apple AirPods Max 2s will look very similar to the originals, however, feature a USB-C port on the bottom instead of Lightning. Unfortunately though, that might be one of the only changes, but we'll get into that later on in the video. But now let's get to sound quality, the main reason that you're buying these headphones, at least the main reason most people are buying these headphones. The basses sound deep and full, the highs sound amazing, the mids sound good. Everything about these headphones feels like a $550 pair of headphones. In my opinion, these sound just as good, if not slightly better, than the Sony XM5s or the Bose Quiet Comforts. There might be small things that an audiophile might notice that they might prefer on the Sonys or the Boses, but for me personally, as a general consumer who just likes listening to music, these are perfect. However, for me, when it comes to sound, the best part about these headphones isn't the actual sound itself, it's the noise canceling. The noise canceling on the Apple AirPods Max is incredible. It completely blocks out the sound around you, and what's even crazier is transparency mode. When you click this button right here, it turns on the microphones on the outside of the headphones, and it actually sounds like you're not even wearing a pair of headphones. My main use case for these headphones is editing videos, and it's great because I'm able to sit in my house, because I work from home, and edit videos on these headphones with no one else hearing what I'm doing, but my wife can come over and say something to me and I can hear it crystal clear through transparency mode. It's amazing. It's really, really solid on the AirPods Max. Now, I'll be honest, it's also really good on the AirPods Pro, and those headphones are like half the price of these headphones. Both the noise canceling and the transparency mode, and even the sound quality of the AirPods Pros are great. Are they to the same level as these? Maybe not, but there are some features in the AirPods Pro that you don't get on the AirPods Max because these are older. One feature that you do get in these headphones is spatial audio, which is incredible. You don't get lossless audio, but I'll be honest, I wouldn't know lossless audio from non-lossless audio unless I heard them side by side. But the spatial audio on the AirPods Max is amazing. First of all, if you're using your phone and listening to music on your phone, if you turn your head, it still sounds like the music's coming from here, which is crazy. Alternatively, there can be situations where you have sound coming from over here or over here, and when you turn your head, the sound stays in the same place. It's a really amazing system. It sounds great in these headphones, and yes, the AirPods Pros do have it as well. When it comes to the microphone in these headphones, it's workable, but it's not amazing. I mean, it's nothing like the mic that I'm using for this video, obviously. But for me, these aren't headphones that I take phone calls on. I'll usually just wear these while I'm editing a video, while I'm listening to music at home, or while I'm listening to music on a trip. What I do if I'm walking the dog in the neighborhood or walking around the city is throw in my AirPods Pros, which are a lot more discreet, and I'll take calls on those if I need to. While the AirPods Max look amazing and sound amazing, they are pretty heavy and they're pretty obvious. If you walk around the city in these, I would be a little worried someone might snatch them off your head. At least in Philadelphia. I don't know if that's the case everywhere else. When it comes to battery life, the AirPods Maxes are pretty decent. They get around 10 hours of battery life, at least what I found for myself. Now, usually what I'll do is I'll charge these every other day, like I'll get at least 2 days of usage out of them. I'm not using them constantly, but I'm using them to edit a video for 3 hours and then maybe listen to music or watch a video for another 30 minutes to an hour. So I personally use these about 4 to 5 hours a day, and charging these every other day kind of works out perfectly for me, but your use case might be different. But now let's talk about what could be coming on the AirPods Max 2s, and that is not much. According to leaks and rumors, the biggest change between the AirPods Maxes and the AirPods Max 2s, which will probably just be called the AirPods Maxes, just an updated version of them, is the Lightning port switching to a USB-C port. Sure, there might be some new colors, and it's possible that there are some internal changes, but from what I can tell, it's a very, very minor update. And that brings me back to the question, are the AirPods Maxes still worth it in 2024? In my opinion, absolutely. Now, I'll be honest, I would not buy these for full retail price. Not saying that they're not worth full retail price, but there are so many places that have them on sale for at least $50 off that I would not in any way spend $550. That's just too much money. With the rumors of the AirPods Max 2s being such a small iterative improvement over the AirPods Maxes, in my opinion, it's not really worth waiting, especially if you want to grab a pair of these. I really don't see the price of these going down much when the new ones come out if they're as similar to these as we think that they will be. Also, the only reason I'd get the new ones over these for full retail price is if you really want a USB-C port or if there's some crazy new feature. For me personally, I'm very content with these. The sound is amazing, the battery life is adequate, the feel of these is incredible, and I think I could probably have these for the next 3 to 5 years and be completely okay with them. So yes, in my opinion, the Apple AirPods Maxes are absolutely still worth it in 2024. But hey, at this point in the video, I'd love to know your thoughts on the Apple AirPods Max and whether you're waiting for the AirPods Max 2s or whether you just bought a pair of these and you're happy with them. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Once again, if you want to grab a pair of these, I've made sure to leave links to the AirPod Maxes on your screen through the YouTube shopping tab. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet, and I will see you all in the next one.